All right, folks, I did some live analysis on this last week when the story broke, and this story is really, really, really big. Looks like Roe v. Wade was voted to be overturned by the Supreme Court justices, as well as the Casey case. Now, I would encourage you to go to my locals page, and I did some analysis on this live. It was only for my supporters, but kind of an important one. And I would like you guys to go over there and to take a listen to some of the analysis that I provided. But for those of you that didn't and you just want a quick earshot of what's going on, it looks like the Supreme Court justices, when they got together to vote on this Mississippi case, they literally voted to overturn Roe v. Wade and the Casey case. Now, the reason why that's a really important thing is because obviously it would change the way we look at absolutely everything. Now, some of you might say, well, I haven't heard this in the news and it doesn't look like the case was officially overturned. Well, that's because the way it works in the Supreme Court, the justices listen to the arguments, then they discuss very adamantly the legal ramifications of the case, the merits, and so on and so forth. And then what they do is they vote. And based on the vote, if you have a majority rule, the majority will write a draft of their majority opinion, and then the minority, of course, will draft their dissenting opinion. And these are drafts that get circulated between the justices, and of course they make changes to things and make sure that they look at the language and make sure things are consistent and everything is working as it should. And so basically a draft opinion for the majority was released. It was written, I believe, initially by Samuel Alito, but there were other people that offered insight into the majority of opinion. And I want to give you a few quotes of this because this is significant. And if they stick to their vote, this is going to be pretty remarkable. Now, I'm just going to say this. There must have been a clerk, very likely one of the leftist clerks in the Supreme Court, that took and leaked this to somebody like Politico for one reason and one reason only, and that is to influence the opinion of the justices as they begin to see opinions all over the country begin to really create divisions and so on and so forth. Now, I think that this Supreme Court is not going to be influenced by those opinions because even in this draft opinion, they actually said we're not going to let it influence them. But I'm going to read a couple of quotes here for you. And then I'm going to talk about something pretty important, right? This is Samuel Alito saying this. He says, Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. Its reasoning was exceptionally weak, and the decision has had damaging consequences. And far from bringing about a national settlement of the abortion issue, Roe and Casey have inflamed debate and deepened division. And I agree with every word that is actually written there. And of course, let me give you a couple of more significant quotes that came out of this. This one was Justice Samuel Alito, again, for the majority opinion. He said, we hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled. The Constitution makes no reference to abortion, and no such right is implicitly protected by any constitutional provision. I completely agree with that. By the way, there was a remarkable interview, and if I can find the link, I'll put it in, that was done by one of the Supreme Court justices where they talked about this, and that very technical, but if you like the law and you like, you're really into this stuff and you have a legal background, you'll really appreciate what Scalia said about all of this and what's guaranteed in the Constitution versus what isn't. And he does a remarkable job of explaining all this stuff. So anyway, this is amazing. If you're looking for the article on this, it was leaked on Politico. You can actually look at the draft opinion, which is something that I'm going to spend a lot of time doing because at the time of this recording is well before you're actually watching it. I am going to get ready for the live broadcast that I'm doing on this. That will be archived, of course, on Locals. So I would encourage you guys to go there because I'm going to provide some analysis on all of this and what all of this means. I'll say one more thing and then I'll just leave it at this. The cowardly pastors that chose to vote for presidents that literally come against all of these wonderful things that we are trying to do and literally stand up for babies' rights. Any pastor who voted for somebody like Joe Biden, complete coward. Complete coward. And I'm going to just tell you this right now. It's time to stand up, people. If you have a woke pastor, I'm telling you right now, more than ever, vote by walking away from their church. Do not give them the platform to continue to speak the lies of the enemy, because more than ever now, as the body of Christ, we need to stand for righteousness. Be in prayer for this one, folks. It's a big deal. God bless you.